Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera. Welcome to our Monday morning live color along. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Happy Monday, everyone. This morning we are coloring a page from Color Along Volume 11, and we are going to create texture, or as I say, texture. And I'm using Black Widow. I thought I'd use Black Widow skin tone pencils because although I'm not coloring anything with skin today, I thought it would be fun to play around with them and see what they like and use them live. So that's what we're doing. So before we get started, let me just say good morning to everyone. So good morning to Jamie. Hey, Marianne has joined us this morning. Good morning, Marianne. Karen's joined us. Hey, good morning, Alexandria. How's it going, my friend? Good morning, Alice. Mary Hannah has joined us. Good morning to Mary. Hey, Jason from across the pond. What is going on? Who else is here? Cheryl Waters, Bonnie Hughes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Super tired on this gloomy, chilly, cloudy Monday. AM, how are you? I'm good, Alexandria, but I'm kind of super tired too. I don't know what happened. I'm super tired, super moon. It kind of all goes hand in hand, right? Hey, Chris. Hey, Heather Berger. Haven't seen you in a while, Heather Berger. Have I? Good morning, Cleo Frazier. Who else is here with us this morning? I don't see anybody else yet. Okay, so feel free to share this color along on a coloring group or on your own Facebook page. I'm going to get rid of that glare. And we're using skin tone pencils from Black Widow. These are new. They come in two different sets. One of them is the light tones. One of them are the dark tones. A lot of people have been asking me questions about these pencils and saying to me, what's in the box of pencils and what colors are they? Skin is just not one color, right? So when you take a look at your own skin, first of all, people have the misconception or misperception, I would say, that most skin is either like a peach color or a brown color, right? But in between all of that, there's a bunch of other different colors. Hey, good morning, Bonnie Miller. Dawn Boyer is here with us this morning. Good morning, Dawn Boyer. So we are going to, I hate to tell you, we have blue skies here in the UK. Well, let's all get on a plane and go see Jason because it's kind of gloomy here too. It was beautiful here yesterday. Good morning, Sarah. So let's get we're gonna take a look at these pencils. We're gonna test them out. I've used them a little bit, but you don't have to use them just for skin because there's some really, really nice colors in that set of pencils. Then we have today's page. This page is actually from Color Along Volume 11. That's where it is, and it is also. What's the matter, Scarlett? You don't like the pencil that you're using today? A little thing, huh? This is also in Get Cold Feet. I don't have a copy of this book because thank you, Jamie. I don't have a copy of this book because I sold it. But here's a look at the dark tones to the right and the left tones to the light. The light tones to the left, the dark tones are on the right. Let's give Scarlett a bone. Hang on a second. Scarlett. Listen, girl. You have got to be good, okay? Here's your bone. Go lay down and chew your bone, okay? Here you go. So this morning I was actually contemplating moving my color alongs to another room in my house so that the dogs are not part of the party. And I didn't do it because it was just too much to do an hour before. It's obviously something to do when I have more time, right? The picture is also in Get Cold Feet. Cleo's asking, is this picture anywhere else? It's in Get Cold Feet. I'm also using aluminum foil today. And I've taken this piece of aluminum foil, and I'm going to crumple it up very lightly. I'm not going to use like a death grip on it or anything, but light enough that I can kind of see all of that. And then I am going to flatten it as much as possible, but I still want to have all of that crumpliness in there. Is that a word, crumpliness? Crumpliness? Kathy's laughing at my aluminum, right? I mean, let's face it. It's like saying Paschetti. We all have our words that we say like that, right? Okay, so crumpling. My lighting is weird today. Is the lighting weird to you today? Looks a little strange. I don't know what's happening. Isn't it funny how, lighting depends on what's happening outside, which is weird because I'm not outside. All right. So I've got that all kind of underneath my page. And now I'm going to take just a regular old colored pencil. And I want to do my background in maybe a multitude of colors. So let's take a look at the light skin tones. All right, so first of all, look at this. Would you ever imagine that this should be part of a skin tone? This is Pretty Pink. Here is Murky. Good name. Rust. This one's white, I would assume. It's called Snow. Because our friend Albert Jones, he's just got the most creative names. Eggshell. Sunburst. Sherbet. Is that your favorite, Paisley? Carrot. Saffron. Fairy Floss. Fairy Floss. Crazy. And Brown Fog and Blush. So let's take a look at these different colors. Paisley, I'm regretting my idea of including you today, I'm regretting my decision, girls. You may not have to be able to come to the coloring party anymore. I think I may be kicking the dogs out of color-alongs. I don't know. They need to behave themselves. Let's all send positive thoughts to my dogs so that they can be quiet today. We've got Pretty Pink. I'm going to start out with Pretty Pink. I'm going to take a look at, let's take this one. Sherbet. I love these pencils. I will say this one comment here about this. They're a little tight. Does anybody have these pencils and think that they're just a little tight inside the plastic holder? A little bit. I'm going to give this a quick sharpen. These pencils are on sale right now. And I'm not paid to say this, believe me. But I will say big thank you to my friend Albert Jones, because he does send me pencils to do this, to use, which is very, very generous of him. But I will say they're on sale for $8.97 right now for these sets. I think they're marked down from $12, so I think it's like 30% off. I think Sarah made a comment. I know Jamie had posted something earlier about these. So very, very cool. So I'm just going to kind of go like on a little bit of an angle. And as I color on top of this page, if you notice, I hope you can see it being picked up there, is that it is actually picking up. See how it's picking that up? That's the kind, can you see that part right there? Boy, my hands are looking old on this, in this lighting today. What is going on? The lighting is very strange today. Talk about texture. Because I'm not going to say texture. I mean, it is texture with aluminum foil. I mean, all right, so I'm just going to kind of go over this. Now, that aluminum is back there, right? Look at what's happening back there. And it is just lightly picking up just like the creases in it, just the crinkleness of it. You could do the same type of thing in the background. I mean, really with anything. You could put anything behind a page like this, and you just kind of hold that pencil on that angle. Just kind of have to reach. And you could also do with masking tape. Masking tape works really well. Just put a whole bunch of masking tape on the, yeah, see, Jason thinks they're tight in the tins. I guess that sounds like a personal problem, Jason, doesn't it? They're tight in the tins. So look at that, how it's just picked that up right there. And I'm just going to continue on because I've got the whole thing covering the back page, covering the behind. You have to have the code from the VIP group. Oh, really? Oh, we've got to get that code. Oh, Mary's saying, love you, Paisley and Scarlett. Yeah, Paisley and Scarlett are a little bit, they're fuss budgets lately. I don't know what's going on. You know, they know the time. Your dogs know the time? Does anybody else have dogs that know the time? They're like, tick-tock, tick-tock. It's time for a color-along. I'm telling you. The other day, I was doing a painting class for my painting membership. Boy, we had a good time in that class. We were cracking up laughing. And they were just, about a half an hour before I started, they just decided that it was time to begin. I don't know what they thought was happening, but I told them they needed to adjust their clock. And I'm going back down here also. Can we see that? I think so. Remember as a kid, I used a similar technique to do brass rubbings. Oh, yes, you could put them, some people do this with gravestones. You put a piece of paper up against a gravestone and you do a rubbing. You could rub it with, you could do it with crayon. You could do it with pastels. You could do it with chalk. Whatever is behind it will pick up. So we've got to add another color back there. Let's add some, yeah, where can we get that link? We've got to get that link for this being on sale. I'm using, let's see, that color I just used was called Sherbet. Cheryl was asking. And this one I'm going to use next is Pretty Pink. And I'm just going to go on top of it. See if I can press a little bit harder. Not for the whole thing, though. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a heavier pressure underneath the words. So it kind of looks like it's a shadow, maybe? I'm trying to find the word. The word escapes me. It's through Facebook Messenger. Oh, really? Oh, we've got to get them. Oh, placemats. Jason's saying some people use placemats. That's a really good idea. It's a very good idea. Jason's talking about putting all different items behind it. Hey, good morning, Miss Melody. Melody, I've been meaning to message you. Keep forgetting. I don't know what's happening to me lately. You ever have one of those moments where you're just like, time is just flying by? Does it feel like time is flying by to anybody else? Oh, it's crazy. So I'm recrumpling because I feel like I flattened my aluminum, you know. So I'm recrumpling, and then I want to get underneath this word grain, a grain of salt. So take with a grain of salt. What does this mean? You know, I did this book. This book is from my book called Get Cold Feet, which is another kind of idiom or saying. And I did this book based on all crazy things that my dad would say as I was growing up. You know, when push comes to shove, get cold feet, meaning that you'll get afraid of something. Or take with a grain of salt, meaning don't worry about it. You know, don't put too much thought into it. Don't put too much energy towards something. So this is a cool book because it has all different sayings like this, and they're all set up differently, the pages. All right, let's get rid of my crumpleness. So we've got rid of that crumpliness from the aluminum. And what are these pencils with the black wood? These are Black Widow, Bev. These are Black Widow pencils, and these are Black Widow pencils, and I'm using the skin tone pencils today. Even though we're not coloring with skin, why not buy them anyway? Because the color combination is really, really awesome. So I've got the light pencil variations of pink in the background. And now I'm going to tackle my letters with this set, which is the dark tones. Now, really interesting set of colors, even if you're not going to use them for skin. This one is called Wash Purple. This is a really, really pretty color to me. This one here, but look, they're really tight in the tins though, aren't they, Jason? Gray Thorn, which is good because they don't move around. Olive Gold. What is this one? Chalk Tone. Interesting name. Washed Purple, Olive Brown, Leather, or what? I mean, come on, leather. Negra, I'm not sure how you say that. Negra. Maybe it's even pronounced, I don't know, Negra, light mocha. Mud, that's a good name. Suede, Midnight, and Cinnamon. So, I want this really to pop based on what I've done in the background. So I'm going to kind of grab this mud color first. And I haven't even used this set yet. As you can tell, the tip of it is flat. That's how you know. They're very interesting, Bev. I like the color combination. Now, let's create a contrast here because we've got this grain of salt situation going on. We've got this background situation going on. And then I'm probably going to go back in with some yellow now that I'm looking at this just to kind of make this really kind of glow, give it a glow. Let's start out with the word whip. And I almost thought I forgot to take away the aluminum foil. But I did. Nice, smooth application of the... Oh, and it broke. It's failing me. Please don't break. Whew. Hate when that happens. I hope you're not going to break again, pencil. We all talk to our pencils. Give it a, come on. Don't be liars. Don't be shy. Tell me. All right, so I'm starting out with a heavier pressure at the bottom of the W. I've got to kind of turn this around a little bit. And then I'm easing up with my pressure. So by the time I get to the tip of the W, I am going to just kind of do a lighter pressure, just like so. But I definitely want to use a little bit of yellow behind all of that. Let me just give my sunburst color a sharpen. Yeah, they're good for travel. It would be leather. Leather, Chris. Come on, leather. All right, I'm just going to kind of give this a little bit of a yellow tint on the in-betweens here and closer to this section. Just to kind of make it look like it's glowing. Got a glowing look to it. A little bit of a glowing look to it. All right, now let's move back on to my mud color. And I'm going to treat it the same as I did the W. I'm going to kind of go with, yeah, I'm definitely going to use the purple, Sarah. Don't you worry. That purple is pretty, isn't it? So does anybody have this? Who has these pencils? What do you think about them? I love Black Widow pencils. They're actually one of my faves. So again, heavier pressure at the bottom and lighter pressure as I move up. And I want to see that kind of gradual situation there. I don't want to see the line. You want to kind of make it a gradient. You want it to kind of be like a gradation of color going up. Again here with the H. This reminds me of when people say H-E double hockey sticks. Doesn't it remind you of that? I don't know why it reminds me of that. But I think I'm just like overtired today. I don't know. You ever have one of those days where you're just like feeling punchy? Do you ever have one of those days? Chris probably knows what I'm talking about. All right, so there's my little bit of a brown there. Now, I could add something else to this brown, and I think maybe I'll go with this suede color. Let's see what happens when I add that to that. I love the whole Black Widow connection to Alexandria. Isn't it awesome? Look, it fell out again. Well, this is problematic. Isn't that weird that that's happening? Okay. Be gentle. Just kind of giving it a little bit of suede at the top. So I've rescheduled my Draw Live. A lot of you were asking me, hey, what happened to Draw Live? I had canceled it because... Why did I cancel it? I don't even remember why I canceled it. I canceled it because I had something that I needed to do that day, and then whatever I needed to do got canceled. Do you ever have that happen? When you just like double cancel? It's a case of the Mondays. Is that what it is, Mary? I wish the sun would come out. How about you? Is the sun shining in your neck of the woods, Mary? How's my lighting? Is that better? It looks very washed out today. Maybe somebody did drop the box. I don't know. Jamie says, I use them a lot. I just purchased Arteza 48 set of watercolor pencils, and they are nice. Haven't tried water with them yet, but they color nicely and smooth. Don't have those. I need to get those. I need to do a Jerry's Artorama shopping. Maybe I'll actually go to the store this week and pick up my supplies and touch them. Touch them before I buy them. Okay. Now, still sticking with kind of like this... family of colors. I'm going to use my washed out purple now. You know, gray thorn almost looks silver. Let's see what this looks like before we use it. This way we know. That had a lot of water on it, doesn't it? Look at this. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. Not as purpley as I wanted it to be. It almost looks like a grayish purple. Sarah was asking about this pencil. Doesn't it, Sarah? It looks like a grayish purple. You're not feeling yourself today, Bev? It's shining in Illinois. I'm going to head to Bonnie's. All right, so I'm going to go with this purplish color. And I don't know what we're going to do with this to make this word take pop. But we got to figure something out. So I've got this. I'm just going to kind of give it the same type of treatment as far as the pressure in the on the bottom. Pressure in the bottom. Pressure on the bottom. Coloring up a little bit with a lighter pressure. So, you guys, listen. I know I can't count, but I think that we are 28 plus 5. Let's say there's 5 more days left of March. 35 days left until coloring camp begins. Who's excited about coloring camp? I can't wait. It's going to be really fun. So the April schedule has been posted. The calendar that I do every month has been posted on my Facebook page. And if you'll notice on that calendar, the week before coloring camp begins, from like April 18th until the 27th, essentially, there are no color along scheduled. But I am going to be doing some different things during that week. So stay tuned, because I'm working on some different books. I'm working on a second color by number book. A lot of people didn't realize that I actually had a color by number book out there. It's called Tranquil. And I'm working on a second color by number book. And I posted a video, actually, because people wanted to see the process. And I posted a video on my Facebook page and on the coloring group. And give this a quick shout out. This is called Chalk Tone. And of adding the numbers. Adding the numbers is a tedious process. I'm not complaining. It's just that it's a little time consuming. You have to, I'm literally adding the numbers one at a time. So, I'm chipping away. I think I have maybe, 5 pages done so far. And it's got 24 pages in it. My color by number books are different. Have you seen my color by number books? Has anyone seen the color by number books? When is the last day to buy the book? Sarah's saying, hey, if you can buy the book and get it to yourself by April 28th, then you can buy the book anytime you want, Sarah. But I'm saying kind of April 28th if you want to buy the hard copy on, April 20th. Get that book ordered by April 20th so you are sure to get it in time from Amazon. You could buy the PDF the day before if you wanted to, but you got to make sure you really get in touch with me. That's why I don't have color along schedule that week, because I'm just trying to do less in life. That's my goal. Does anybody have that goal? It's like I'm trying to do less things. Some people call it work smarter, not harder. I don't know if I'm calling it that, but I'm trying to do less, so I'm trying not to, run around like a nut again. So my color by number books are different because this one is called Negra. I think that's what it's called. Kind of a, like a brick red color. Almost like a burnt sienna type thing. It's got a reddish tint to it. It's really pretty. It's a nice brown. I love a brown color. And I love brown with pink. So my color by number books. Hey, you know what? Talk is cheap. I've got to just show you. Right? Let me see. You have that goal too, Heather? Yeah, I'm trying. Honestly, I have that goal of do less. I don't know if it's working or not. This is my first color by number book. Now, look how thick this book is. This is a chunky book. The reason being, first of all, it's only 8 by 10, which I kind of like this a little bit, this size with a little bit smaller. Here's my front cover. This is called Tranquil. And there's the back cover. The back cover has a color key on it. And the way it works is that you color... It has 2 different... Well, here's the color key. So there's the key that you go by, which is in color. The color is not inside the book because it would cost way, way, way too much money. So that's why I put the color key on the back. All right, so let's take a look at how this book is set up and what is unique about this book. Did you have a color by numbers and you're like, get me the magnifying glass and I cannot see those numbers? I'm convinced that the dot-to-dot books that are out there are being produced by the companies that make the reading glasses that you see in like Rite Aid or CVS or something. Because I don't know about you, but talk about the size of those numbers being like you could put them on the head of a pin, right? So I find the same thing happens with color by number, that you can't really see the numbers. Plus, the other problem is that the numbers shine through. You color it with colored pencils and you have numbers popping through. So what I've done with this is each page has 2 copies of each page. So here's the page that you would color without the numbers. And behind it is the same page with the numbers. So, it does take a little bit of flip-flopping, but it is right there. So you would take a look. Hey, the dog, he's number 10. There's the dog, number 10. What is number 10? Number 10 is brown. You find your brown pencil from any brand of colored pencils, markers, gel pens, whatever you're coloring with, crayons, and you color this dog brown. Now, the other part that's unique about this book is that you really can color this page also that has the numbers, but notice they're kind of in like a grayish tone so that they don't shine through the colored pencil. So there's that uniqueness. The other part is that the numbers in this book are at 12-point font. The size of the font is at a 12 point. And I did that. I mean, some of them may drop down in a small area. Maybe this page has a little bit of a smaller font, only because it's got some smaller areas. The other part is that I tried to keep it so that it has, I'm trying to find one that I can give an example. Here it is. All right, if you look at this page with these sugar cubes along the bottom, you can see on this page that there's these 3 little sugar cubes. And if I was going to put this number 21, which is white, so you could color it or not color it, it would be so small. So instead I have these little arrows that are pointing to that area. So for instance, this is a 7, which is light blue. It's pointing to coloring the handle of the teapot and of the cups, light blue. So there's a lot of different arrows that are popping in there so that you don't have to worry that it's too small. Watching public TV on Friday, painter Bob Ross said, "No mistakes in art, just silly accidents." Oh, isn't he right? Completely right. I agree with that, Barry. So awesome. So this is a variety book, and there's pages from a lot of my other books, and that's how the next book will be set up. There's 24 pages in this book, so each page has the page to color, plus the page with the numbers, and then there's another set of these. So really, this page has 24 pages to color, so 2 of each, so it's 48. There's really 96 pages in this book. So this is a variety book. It has pages from different books, and at the bottom of the page, you will be able to see which book it's from. So if you like that style, hey, you like this style, this is from Tribal Abstract. Or maybe you like this style, this is from Lazy Ways. Lazy Ways. Whew. I gotta go back to bed. Thanks, Anne. The numbers on the other all color by number books are too small. Too small. I mean, do we need to walk around with the exactly, Cheryl. Do we need to walk around with the magnifying glass? I think not. It's crazy. Right, Paisley? Paisley is in agreement. Yeah. I'm gonna see what's wrong. Hang on a second. I'm gonna tend to the dog in here. What happened? Oh, I hate when that happens too, Paisley. Well, come over here and I'll take care of that for you. Yeah. All right, I'm back. So this one is this Negra color, and I'm just kind of doing the same system. Gotta get Paisley to lay down. Paisley, why don't you lay down, okay, babe? Come on, lay down, honey. Lay down. Lay down. Go ahead. That's a good girl. Here. You can have that. Stay there. So just kind of giving this heavier texture at the bottom, heavier pressure, not texture, because I took away that bottom part. And I got to go back again with my glow of the yellow. Jamie's saying I had a magnifying glass out with the fishbowl. Some of the numbers I couldn't tell where they were. Well, you know, I mean, the fishbowl one that Jamie's referring to is a freebie that's on my website right now. You guys can get that. Go to the website and click on coloring pages, freebies, and you can get that page. And it's a free page from Tranquil. Yeah, that some of them were a little bit small in that. But you know what? I don't know. Some of them you just can't see what's happening with some numbers. Plus, I'm sure that you wanted to make sure that you had the correct number. Right, Jamie? Hey, Diana. I agree with Cheryl. I could hardly see them. I had to ask my husband to see numbers, but he couldn't see them either. Well, it's like reading the newspaper. I don't know if anybody reads a traditional newspaper, but I have the traditional newspaper delivered, and I'm going to tell you, the numbers are small, the words are smaller. But the newspaper itself is smaller, so, I mean, I know, as a graphic designer, I know what size they should be. And let me tell you, 12 point is good. Anything below 6, you know, if you look at a business card, at the corner of a business card, at the bottom, like say where the phone number or the address is, that's usually a 7 font, a 7-point font. That's usually the size of that. Now think about how small that is. Anything smaller than that, I mean, good luck, right? Good luck in trying to read that. You're not too late, Lynn. How are you, my friend? Hey, happy birthday to Lynn Miller. Lynn Miller probably wants to scream that I said that. But happy birthday, Lynn Miller. Lynn's birthday's today, so let's all give Lynn a big happy birthday. So I'm just kind of giving this a yellow glow to it. And I'm coloring pretty lightly today. I don't know why. I guess that texture really kind of made me color really lighter. Give it a little bit of a yellow glow here for the word take. Do you take things with a grain of salt? Are you a warrior? Are you a warrior? Not a warrior, like a warrior, like you know, Xena, warrior princess. But or do you? Are you someone that likes to worry? Well, I don't know. Do we like to worry? People that worry. Do you like to worry? I don't know. I worry a lot sometimes. Worry more than I probably should. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. This is kind of a darker color. It's called Midnight. I don't really know if it's actually black. I mean, maybe it is. Paisley, lay down, sweetie. Just for the record, she just is not listening to me. At all. Diana's saying, I can't see the numbers at all. Can you see the numbers on my color by number book, though? Diana, did you get the free page? I mean, if I have to make them bigger, I will. I'm trying to make them as big as possible, you know? And I also think that having the book with the page behind it, like this page right here, for example, this page that has these numbers, I think that as you're coloring, it helps you to, I don't know, it just keeps things a little more organized. Sarah says, I hate to worry. I hate to worry, too. Melody says, I don't like to do it, but I do. I know, me too, Melody. What is wrong with us? I don't like to do it either, but then I do. I'm getting better about, like, lying in bed at night, though. And here, this is olive brown. I'm getting better about lying in bed at night and, like, kind of thinking and worrying. Now I just change my thoughts. If I find myself thinking about something that I don't like, I change it to something else I do. I draw in my head. That type of thing. Lynn says, I try to be mindful. Yeah, I try to too, Lynn. I don't know if it's working or not. Olive gold. Miss Paisley, what's the problem, my friend? Here, what happened to the other thing I just gave you? Come here. Come over here. Come here. Come on. Oh, you couldn't see those numbers either on that page either, Diana? Maybe I should make them bigger then. I'm gonna work on making them bigger. Did you guys see the video that I put in the Just Color coloring group on as I'm adding the numbers? Talk about not being able to see, but I do magnify it a lot. I magnify it on the screen so it's not as small on the screen, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to, like, you know, look away from the screen. What is the other book I'm working on? Oh, I'm working on a candle book. You know in Tiny Crowds where there's the pages with the candles? Well, I'm working on another book with just candles. All different candle settings. And I've already finished drawing it. So now I'm on the stage where I need to... Let's start out. Let's do olive brown on the word salt. I don't know if that was going to work out. Lynn's saying I had trouble with the numbers, so I looked at numbers on the computer screen and it worked for me. Yeah, you got to kind of do with that whatever you can, right? But how about those crazy dot-to-dot books? I was looking at one the other day. I just couldn't even believe it. So my other book, my Kindle book, is ready to be scanned. It's my least favorite thing to do, scanning. I don't know if it's where my scanner is. I don't know what the problem is. They say that if you have an iPhone, that you can, you know, on an iPhone, the notes, like the Notepad app, they say that you can use that as a scanner. Has anyone ever done that? I don't know. I was thinking about trying it, but maybe for a coloring book, it may not be a good idea. So this is olive brown. An odd name for a pen. I mean, are olives brown? No. Olive green. We got to talk to Albert Jones and find out about these names of these pencils and see what he was thinking when he did this. I'm going to use Gray Thorn. Sarah's saying Paisley is like a child that needs attention. She is. Paisley's very spoiled. I'm told by many people that Paisley is spoiled. Now she's laying down and chewing. She's chewing a book. She finally found her place. Paisley is very spoiled. Paisley is the baby. She's the youngest one. And Paisley was a dog that I never expected. I never really planned on getting Paisley. She was an unexpected little bundle of joy, as they say. And she was a birthday gift to me, actually. My best friend had a litter of English setter puppies, and 1 year she handed to me as a birthday gift. That was my birthday gift, a puppy. Isn't that exciting? It was the greatest birthday gift. But yeah, she's very, very needy. Bonnie says, Bonnie Hughes, I worry about everything. Do you, Bonnie? I hate it. I wish I could not be like that. I do worry about a lot of things too. I'm getting better, but I don't know. How do you stop it? Right? Isn't it? It's a really difficult thing to stop. Or how about if you've had something maybe that triggers you to be upset? Does anybody have those crazy triggers that maybe something happened? And I don't want to be depressing, but maybe something happened and then something else triggers you to be upset. Like, for instance, when the phone rings. I hate when the phone rings. Really hate it. It triggers. I don't know what it does to me. I have like post-traumatic stress over the phone. Only at certain times of day, though. Like if my phone ever rang at like, I don't know, midnight, it would really kind of trigger like, but I guess most people would, right? Or 2 a.m. It's like one time my neighbor called me and she called me at 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I slept through it, but I'm so happy that I did. And when I listened to the message, it said, I'm calling 911 for myself, so the rescue will be out here. And you'll hear noise, so I'm just calling to let you know that that's happening so it doesn't wake you up. Now, doesn't calling me at 1 a.m. wake me up? Crazy. Diane is saying, worrying is such an issue for me. I guess it shows. Yesterday, my husband said, for today, try to relax and not worry about anything. Even if I get mad about something, still cracking up over that one. Did it work? What happened? I think our animals should be spoiled. I agree with you, Chris. It was the best gift, Heather. It really was. All right, I'm going to go back into the background now and see what I can do to these, I don't know. Let's go up with this pink color again. I'm going to kind of accentuate. Sarah says, I'm the youngest in my family and was spoiled too, mostly by my grandparents. Chris is saying, hair triggered temper, so I'm told. What does that mean? Explain that. Yeah, it was a little crazy that she was calling me up to tell me, do you think I should do these lines, like kind of go over them like that? Maybe. I thought it was a little crazy that she was calling me to tell me that an ambulance might wake me up. She was waking me up to tell me I might be woken up. I don't know why I didn't hear that phone call, and I never heard the ambulance either. Boy, they say that you sleep through things that you're not supposed to hear, right? For a reason? Yeah, I wasn't really interested in that. Sometimes I sleep through things that maybe there's a reason why. I missed the yellow under the width. Oh, really? You know what? I did put it, Sarah, but it's not showing. Thank you. Okay. Quick to get mad, Chris. Chris is saying she's quick to get mad. Yeah, I'm not quick to get mad. It takes a lot to really kind of push me to that point. But I don't know. The worrying, though. There's got to be an easier way. It's got to be an easier way than to worry about stuff. You could just write down what you're worried about, Diana, for example, and pop it in a box and then burn it. Write it on a piece of paper and then set it on fire. And you'll be sending your worry to the ethers of the universe. I've been getting involved with tapping, which is this technique called emotional freedom technique. Is anyone familiar with this? And it's all about tapping on different acupressure or acupuncture, whatever, meridians throughout your body. And the person I actually took a class on Skillshare just recently for it. I've known about it for a while, but it's a class by Angela Treat Lyon. I should pop a link because if you're a Skillshare member, you get to take it for free as part of your membership. And it's just kind of all about just like tapping and just to kind of changing your thoughts. It's very interesting. Oh, I did that part too, Sarah. I did that part too. I don't know why it's not showing up. I'm telling you, my lighting's bad. My husband says I get too mad over everything, Diana's saying. He makes me mad when he says that. Oh, it's like when someone says, calm down, right? It's like, don't tell a person to calm down. That's not going to help them calm down. Well, today's a good day, Diana, because I think your books are on the way, right? So you won't have to worry about that. Or are you going to worry that the truck is not there? Wait a minute. No. That's what I would worry about. It's like, when is my delivery? There I am, sitting on a lawn chair by the mailbox, waiting for my Amazon delivery. So it kind of looks like a honeycomb technique back here, honeycomb pattern type thing. But when I was designing this book, I thought to myself, these kind of look like grains of salt magnified. Just like really like made into a gigantic grain of salt shape. So kind of like a little bit of an oxymoron in the designing world. Nice contrast. Play on words, I guess, right? Chris is saying it's like what they do, Cleo, what they do in the hospital. Wake to see if, yeah, exactly, Cleo. I'm just waking you up to see how well you're sleeping. Let me just wake this person up because I want to make sure that they're asleep. Or how about when someone says, does this taste bad? Boy, this food tastes really bad. Why don't you taste this for me? Taste this. It tastes awful. How about that? That's kind of funny when people do that. It's like, this tastes bad. Here, let me taste it for you. Why don't you try it? Sure. Sarah's saying, when I'm upset, I hate when my husband says, stop crying, and I'm not even crying. Oh, calm down makes me furious. I know, the calm down is not anything that anyone should say to anybody if they're upset. It's just, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It reminds me of Roseanne, the Roseanne show. That is what it reminds me of. I think she would, thank you, Sarah. I think she would say something like, do not tell me to calm down, right? Doesn't that seem like a Roseanne thing to say? What a crazy character, for sure, huh? All right, so we've got this yellow going on with that glow. But I'm going to pop in some more yellow, kind of like on the outside of these pinks, of these grains of salt, just to kind of give them a little bit of a glow. Just kind of like, well, you know, like mad scientist, as you're kind of just popping all these little colors around here. Just kind of like on the edges of these, just making it, the nice little glow. Because when you think about it, yellow and, well, yellow, the opposite of yellow is purple. But a yellow and a pink, they're nice they're nice kind of neighbors on the color wheel. They just kind of look good together. So this is more of a glow that's behind it, right? But maybe we're going to put something else on the inside to kind of make a different glow. And I'm thinking we could put some, you know, my friend orange inside there. So many things out there for coping today, Mary is telling us. Meditation, yoga, boxing, anger management. I do not know about that. Chocolate, exactly. This smells bad. Yeah, hey, this really stinks. Can you see it? What do you think about this? Smell this. This really stinks. It's like asking someone to smell something like outdated milk. Exactly, Glenn. Here, taste this. This milk is sour. Okay. This picture looks so pretty. I like the pink lines. Thank you, Bonnie Hughes. I'm going to put that orange in the middle, I think. I think that I'm getting a book in the mail, too, today. I think I'm getting Mindless Man Dollars in the mail today. I got to go check. Chocolate is the best. Is that your best coping strategy, Bonnie Hughes? I'm not a chocolate person. I used to be a chocolate person. I used to eat a lot of chocolate back in the day. Let's use this carrot color. But now, I don't eat chocolate. I'm not sure about the boxing anger management. What is that, Mary? Do you do that? Is this like a way to like take out your aggression through like punching something? That would be interesting. What is this color like? I have to kind of test this color a little bit. Ooh, now this is orange, right? Look at that. This is a good color. Boy, I would love to have a carrot that was that color. All right, so I'm just going to kind of pop in a little bit of this color, kind of like on the inside of these giant grains of salt. It's kind of reminded me of the pink Himalayan salt. Kind of like all the rage now, right? You know, they say that some people cannot taste salt, that they are just like physiologically, biologically in their body. They just do not, they need salt because their tongue just doesn't taste it. Something on their taste buds. Does anybody else hear of that? So just a little bit of this orange color. And I think what I might do too is kind of give it a little bit of an orange, maybe every other. What do you think? I'll do that little thing right there. Scarlett's doing the dance back there. What's the matter, Scarlett? Okay, so I'm doing the every other. Oh, I like it better. Let's see if I can concentrate on the every other. I don't know. This one right here. Who's this dog? Oh, Paisley is back. Heather's saying, my husband eats chocolate almost every day. Yes, some people do. I used to eat chocolate almost every single day. But that was like, I don't know. It's different when you're like 25 and you're eating chocolate every day, right? But some people really, really like, they have to have it. It's like, what's your fix? I like a graham cracker. That's my fix. Every time I eat them, I say to myself, I gotta cut back on these graham crackers. Does anybody else have a thing that they eat, like they say to themselves, it's like their guilty pleasure of what you're eating? That's like my only one. And Scarlett loves a graham cracker. You can't eat a graham cracker without Scarlett. She sits right down. I am ready. Okay. So that kind of gave me a variation of the grains of salt. Chocolate boosts your mood, supposedly. Yeah, I think it does, right? Dr. Pepper. Is that your guilty pleasure, Sarah? I never liked Dr. Pepper. I never liked the smell of it. Do you drink Dr. Pepper every day? Is it that much of a thing where you're like, I just have to have that Dr. Pepper? Look at this. See, here's the texture that we created, right? So if I go back over this very lightly, it's picking up. It almost looks marbleized. It's picking it up. See how it's just kind of picking that up? How many times am I going to ask you if you can see it? Can you see that it's picking it up? I've discovered Nutella. Oh my goodness, I've never had that. Dark chocolate is good for you. One small piece a day. Oh, that's true. Chips are Sarah's Guilty Pleasure. Lynn is ice cream. Bonnie, Twizzlers. Oh, really? I haven't had a Twizzler in, like, decades, Bonnie. Hey, we're happy you're here, Mamie. No problem. I colored fast today. I don't know what happened. So I'm just kind of going over all of these little things with my carrot color, which is more of an orangey color. And there's my take with a grain of salt. I feel like it needs a frame. Doesn't it need kind of a frame? I don't know. I'm going to use my midnight color to give it a frame. So this book, wow, this book was from 2 years ago, Get Cold Feet. Time flies. The end of April will be 4 years. I think April 26th, 2015 was when my first coloring book came out. So, I don't know. Gotta figure out some sort of a anniversary celebration. I don't know what we'll do. Kind of weird to have your own party, isn't it? And that's it. This is my page today. So I have my, what did I do with it? I have my color palette book with me. And I don't like the smell of Dr. Pepper. Jamie is telling us either Mountain Dew or chicken in a biscuit. Or chicken in a biscuit crackers. Oh, I love those. Those are delicious. Cleo was saying, my sister is so out of character with her moods that she gave up her chocolate for Lent. Oh, I don't know. How's it working for her? How about people saying that you should give up plastic or something crazy like that? Like, a weird thing. This is my finished page. Take it with a grain of salt. It looks a lot darker on the screen than it does in person. But I want to flip through my color palettes book because this is my colorist color palette book that came out a few weeks ago. And it's available in a hard copy, this is my paperback version, or which is an 8.5 by 11 book. And it's also available on Amazon as a Kindle for only $4.99. Big shout out and big thank you to all of you that have purchased this book because I never imagined that anyone would even buy one copy of this book. So I'm really pleased with and really flattered that everyone has shown such an interest in this book. So this book has a color wheel just to kind of show you where the colors kind of fit amongst the wheel. I don't know if this page is in Meraki. It might be, Sarah. And then it has some basic color schemes here. And then if you move on to this page, these next sets, there's 56 of these circles throughout the book that are kind of color schemes. Like what grouping of colors may go well together. Maybe I want to kind of take these, or maybe I'm going to look at this and say, well, I want this one, and maybe this one, and maybe that one, and kind of group them all together. So not only can you use the colors that are within the circles, but you can also use colors from each one of these circles, whether it's these 4 or maybe the whole group of 8 on the whole page spread. Thank you, Sarah. Or you could use them, maybe take a look at, maybe group the 4 in the middle. So however you want to do this, has a lot of possibilities. I don't know if it's in big variety either. I don't know. Jamie has big variety. Jamie, do you know if the take it with a grain of salt is in big variety? So there's 56 of these different circles. So the Kindle is only $4.99. You can read it on your iPad if you have the Kindle app, which you can just get the Kindle app for free, or you can put it on your phone with the Kindle app, and you can just kind of let it sit with you and use it for reference, whether it's for coloring, or maybe a craft project, or maybe you want to buy new clothes, or maybe you want to decorate your home and you're thinking, gee, I'm not really sure if I should put this turquoise color with this green. How's that going to look? And you get to kind of see, here, look at this. It does kind of look nice together. And then it has 30 color palettes. And what's unique about this is that the color palettes that throughout this book are my own finished coloring pages, like this one that's wood grain technique, which we're going to do in Color Along Volume 12. Thank you, Jamie. And this is just a wood grain technique, and there's 4 colors from each of these palettes. So these color palettes are not stock photo. They are my own finished coloring pages or my own paintings. So here's one of my paintings. A couple more of my paintings, and I've taken 4 of kind of like the main colors that kind of popped right out at me from those images and from those pieces of art. And then you can just kind of say, well, maybe I liked how those colors look together, or look at this. This is a grayscale in the gray version. Or maybe I'd like to use this color palette. Oh, Marianne wanted to know. I don't know, Marianne. Does Marianne have... Marianne, do you have that book? And then here's another set. This is the page, actually, that is a free page for the color by number book, actually. The Fish in the Bowl. There's a free page. And I'm pretty sure this one is colored in the numbers that I assigned to it. I think that's how that's colored. And here's a couple more paintings again with some color palettes. So 30 of these color palettes, and it really, the color quality in this book is really exactly what I was hoping for it to be. I was really pleased with the printing. The paperback version is $15.99, and the Kindle version is only $4.99. So if you have not picked up this book and you're interested in picking this book up, a lot of people are saying that this is really helping them to choose some different colors. And there's the last 2 pages. I'll be doing another one of these books because you can't have too many color palettes. But I definitely will be doing another one. I'm actually, I've got some paintings in a box right now that I'll be photographing, and they'll be available like that. So, and it's also a good way to say, hey, I really want to own some of these paintings, but I really can't afford them. But look at this, they're in a book. And so it's kind of a double, so 2 uses, a double use. Is that what you say? How you say it? So maybe you cannot afford this actual painting that's for sale, but there you go, you have it in a book. And I'm excited to see that that my paintings are actually in an actual book. So that's a cool part of it too. All right, so let's see where we're at with our Color Along Volume 11. If you have any questions about that book, just feel free to let me know. So let's see where we're at with our color alongs. We already finished Never Give Up. Take with a Grain of Salt was today. Wednesday, we're coloring with glitter gel pens. I have a variety of glitter gel pens. I have glitter gel pens from Gel Writer. I've got them from Smooth. I have Sparkle Pops, the Pentel Sparkle Pops. A couple other ones that I don't even know the name of. But I definitely do have a huge variety. So I don't know what I'll be using, what brand I'll be using for that day. But we're going to be coloring that page. And that page is from Dazzling Mandalas. Talk about a page that you... Where is it? Here it is. That you really cannot... I mean, this is really kind of tiny, the lines. So definitely need something that is a finer tip. So... So that's why I'll be using glitter gel pens on this. This is a fun book. This was a fun book to create, these Dazzling Mandalas. And this is a square book. So, a little bit different because it's square. But that was a lot of fun. Any questions about what we did today? We used these Black Widow skin tone pencils. Hopefully Albert Jones will watch this color along. I did invite him. And I used the dark ones. So you don't really need to use them on skin. You can buy them for anything. You're not someone that likes to color faces, but you really want these pencils, you can still buy them. You can still get them. Jamie saying, I love my big variety book. All the pages are absolutely gorgeous and fun to color. There's so much to do in it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's a fun book. So I'm working on my Color by Number 2 book. I'm working on my Candles book, which I need to start scanning. I've got a 3D mandala idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to be working on that book or not, but I've got that kind of on the list. I have a list of about 12 books in front of me right now of different books to draw and to create. So, and I've got a couple, I'm going to be doing a second color palette book eventually. And a couple other different style books are in the works too. So, they're in the research and development phase inside my head right now, but nevertheless, they are in my head at least. So that's the good part. Okay, so thanks for joining me today, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see everyone back on Wednesday for glitter gel pens, and just don't forget to take some time to not worry today, right? Take life with a grain of salt today. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Have a great day.